All right. So I did some changes on the PCB. So this is a great idea. I wasn't thinking about this, about the connections, the power source, or probably the output for the amplifier speaker. Speaker. So I decided to go ahead and create the macro for the Honey Badger. So right now I made those changes. Here you will have two options. One for the regular faston connector, but this idea of having that particular connection is better because at the moment of when you are going to test the amplifier, it's going to be a lot easier to disconnect the wire and then place the motherboard. I would say the PCB from one area, from the workbench to the chassis, and it's going to be a lot easier. That is a good idea. So what I did, I just placed this right here. You have two options. We got the output. That's the output for the speaker. You can either use the faston connector, the cheaper, or you can just buy the terminal connection. So what I did here, I did three additional changes here. So one sample here. For the ground, I add this zone, the copper area. On these diodes, I'm not sure if I'm going to allow the solder to be on both sides. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's a big deal. I just place a zone, as you can see right here, a copper area on the top to reinforce these connections. As you can see here, now you can use the type screw terminal connection, that is to secure the ground and the speaker ground. So this is just the test point. So right now, if I just test it out, you can see that area is all ground. So right now here we have the option of use the terminal screw terminal connection right there. That's really is going to be a really strong mechanical connection for the supply. Sorry about that, positive and negative. But I decided to also leave the faston connector just in case you don't have that particular part. It's not going to affect anything on the PCB because you're going to use this option here. You can see we have the terminal screw. Okay, I forgot to do that. So let me put all those components together. It's better that way. Actually, I should save it in my macro directory, so I will have it. I have one already saved, but I'm gonna save that in particular too. So the part number is so it's okay, don't worry about it. I can type that later. Terminal screw, that it is a good idea. Oh, I found it right here. It's this one here. So I'm going to add with faston connector. There you go, faston connect. Cool. All right, we got it. Save it. I'm going to say that. It's going to take a few minutes until it's going to say all that. So one disadvantage of me doing this, I don't think it's going to be a big deal, is that I had to make the PCB a little longer, just a few more millimeters, because it was not much space to place that terminal screw. But I think it's okay. Sacrifice a bit the price. Maybe it's gonna be a little expensive, maybe a few dollars more, but at least we know that we can place the terminal screw right there. So that's a good idea. I wasn't thinking about this is a lot better than having the flimsy terminal screw. I mean the faston connector. I don't think it's a big deal, but I think it's a lot better this way. This is more a secure connection right there. Oh, let me see. I gotta do some changes here probably. I don't think you got the positive. I'm sorry about that. The negative voltage. You got the ground for the speaker. Oh, the good thing about this terminal is that it will have a pitch distance of 5 millimeters in case you don't have this. On one sample, I'm talking in general. That a two faston connector can be placed right there. So one sample, let me see if I got one here. Faston connector, this one here. This is just an example. I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna place it right here. Faston, paste. You can place it right there. As you can see, two faston connector can be used. So that when I do any modification, I was thinking how I can make it so it will have many options as possible. Right now, one sample right here, I can place it right there. As you can see, the faston connector, I can place it one here. I did not make the drawing of the screw because I think it wasn't necessary. It's gonna be covered by the metal this metal part terminal, the copper. This is copper, I think. It is copper. Yeah, it is copper. That's a good idea. The part number is this one here. This is the part number. You can see. I might search for a different one that has this. It has sort of like a bracket, like ears on the sides. Probably that the reason is for that is to avoid that terminal moving around. I don't think it's gonna moving around after you tie that down. I don't think it's gonna move around that much. So, all right, I think it's fine. I mean, you tie that really good. I think it should be fine. Let me see if I can find a different ones. I don't think it's really needed. Let me see. Different one. I don't think. Let me see. I think it's fine. I mean, you don't have to go crazy with that. Okay, I think it's fine. Let me see. One more time. I think it should be good. All right. Let me see. I don't think I'm going to find one that has those little brackets on the side. Okay. I was drinking some coffee. Coffee's good. Drink some coffee. That help you thinking about stuff. Okay, I see this one here, but I don't think it's okay. This one is interesting because it's sideways. Let me see the how you call it, the macro. This one looks interesting. Let me see. Might be the same, probably. Might be the same. I'm not sure. All right, let me see. No, it's different. It is. Yes, a bit wider. Okay, 5.08 and 7.49, and on the PCB I have 5 millimeters by 7. Nah, it's okay. Let me see if I can find something similar that will have the same measurements. En español, en Spanish, same medidas, las mismas medidas. It's okay. Don't. It's not a big deal. Don't break. How you say? Don't break your mind up thinking about it. I think this is just fine. It will have 4 soldered leads attached to the PCB. Both sides will have copper, so it's going to be a really strong connection. Also, you can put some solder through this pad. That will make a really strong connection right there. So that's a good idea right there. Okay, about the PCB, the original size was 255 millimeters. So now with that additional option is now 259 millimeters, about 260 millimeters, but it will have that option right there. So right now we got this also 2 options right there. So I wasn't thinking about that. Now that you gave me the idea, so that's a good idea right there. So now the PCB, I said PCB. The PCB now is, sorry, something. Okay, I was thinking about something. Okay, the PCB now is for 2017 version 1.7. So now it will have more options. Okay, about the trays to use a different resistor, it's going to be really difficult because these trays, it has to be really thick, wider. It cannot be thinner because remember, it's sending current to the collector of those power transistors. So it needs to be thick. It cannot be lower, thinner than that, because it's going to travel. It's going to carry a lot of current. So Okay, one sample. The resistor that you sent me, the 5mm pitch distance, I don't think it's going to be easy to place there. One sample I'm gonna make one. I'm using this footprint wizard. We got 5mm, 1mm. Okay, so let me see, 2.60. Okay, this is the pitch distance of that particular smaller resistor. So it's a C2, 90 degree. There you go. Sorry about that. And let's see. You can see it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult to do that change because I have to modify the trace, and I really don't want to have that trace way too thin because it's going to carry a lot of current. So it's difficult. It is difficult. So I think the only way it can be changed is that you can do it this way, but the problem is that will increase the price of the PCB. It's going to be a lot expensive. That's the sad thing about it. And then you gotta use a bracket, L-shaped bracket, a 90 degree to place those transistors. So yeah, that increases the price of the PCB. So right now the PCB, I think it's fine like this. I don't think it's necessary to go with the hazard. I mean the hazard. No, it's not hazard. The problematic thing. The problematic thing. I don't think it's necessary. No, I think it's fine, just like that. It's sad that I cannot use that type of resistor, man. It's sad. All right, that's it. I just wanted to show you what I did to the PCB. Now it will have that option that maybe for in the future. This can be ordered and have that option right there. So this is really important. All right, that's it.